one or two, one or three, one or four. Inspiration, elevation, knocking right at your door.
Aloha mai kako, aloha, welcome to Mana Bombs podcast powered by Pomahina Designs. It's me, Kanoilani Davis.
Ami kulani Jeremiah Wang, aloha kako.
Aloha, today's daily Mana Bombs is sometimes deciding who you are is deciding who you'll never be again. Our focus is learning from our mistakes and growing from them. And the way we want to engage is what are some things you did which were huge mistakes or regrets in your life that you deeply learned from? And advocate to help others.
I can think of one straight off the bat. And it takes me back to my teenage years, those years where your children, my daughter became a teenager, and when she was the age that all this craziness happened to me, I was real hesitant about letting her go out, who she went with, where she was going. I was very overprotective. I had just turned 16, and in December, the following February, right around Valentine's Day, there was a party that everybody was going to in youʻll, which is 2 towns away from where I live. And I asked my mama if I could go, and the answer was no. And I said, okay. And she went to work in Waikiki. Well, 16, thinking she's old enough to make these decisions, I recognized that my mama wasn't coming home by 12 until 12 o'clock around. So if I went to the party and got home before she got home, she'd never know. Things happened that night, and as a result, that was the biggest traumatic experience I ever had in my life at that point, which was I was a victim of sexual assault. And to say that out loud right now at 46, easy. But ask me back then at 16. When it happened and after it happened, sitting there in this realization, because number one, I was a virgin at 16, which was, even back then in my teen years, a lot of my friends had already been having sex, but I was a virgin. I watched one movie, Basic Instinct. And when I saw the guy flip the lady over the couch and do, and the roughnecking of it all, I was like, ooh, if that's what sex is like, I don't want that. That was the reason why I didn't want to have sex, and that I was a virgin at 16. Well, when I went to this party, everything happened. I didn't have a ride home. The friend that I went with got busted from her mom. So no ride, no place to stay. And even though I had family right up the road, I chose not to go over there and ask for a ride home as a person who had to experience sexual assault at such a young age. And my whole perception of life as a 16-year-old changed that day.
I'm just trying to get to the focus of it, right? Learning from our mistakes, because it's not your mistake that you got assaulted. It is your mistake for not listening.
Yeah.
To your parents, right?
Yeah.
A good one for, if there's younger people here listening, listen to your parents. There's reasons for that, because we cannot. Yeah, we don't know what can happen outside of this, and I'm not trying to dismiss that part of the sexual assault, because that's a whole nother thing that we can definitely dive into. But being that our focus is just trying to learn from our mistakes and, how do we grow from them? It's not my fault that I was put in a position that something happened to me. It's my fault for not sharing that. And I regret that. And so the only thing that I was able to do and change was be able to talk to the rest of the daughters more openly of some of the choices that I've made and learn from, and so that they don't fall into the same mistakes. Yeah, sis, this is a great one. And, for anybody listening out there, this could be a sensitive subject. We'll definitely write it in our posts. We always kind of have a disclaimer in there because we know that this can trigger a lot of things. And if these come up for you, You may want to continue processing if you have the strength and the ability, because sometimes we just need to talk about it. Catch us on our Mana Minutes, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 12 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, on Instagram Live at Pomahina Designs and Mana Bombs LLC. And signing off from the islands of Molokai, it's me, Kanoilani Davis.
Reminding you too from Oahu that May 1st is May Day in Hawaii. So make a lei, wear a lei, give a lei kako, make, wear, and give. Over here on Oahu, it's your girl Kulan Jeremiah. Ahui ho.
Aloha.